Hello, all my wonderful friends. I'm so happy that you've clicked on my video and decided to come and watch. Today I am participating in a challenge called Christmas Around the World. It's where we take inspiration from places or things or anywhere that you get inspiration from and try and create something. I couldn't just pick one thing because every time you turn around during the Christmas season, there's always an inspiration there. So I decided to put a few things together and create them for you, and I hope you enjoy them. I will leave everybody's channel down in my description box along with the playlist link. I hope you go and check everybody out. I'm being joined by a bunch of beautiful, creative people, and I'm sure they would love to have you come and watch their video as well. If we haven't met yet, my name is Tammy, and this is Llama's Creation DIY. Let's start crafting. So like I was saying, these are all the wonderful women and creators that I have been joined by. I sure hope you go and check everybody out. To start off with, I am going to start with this frame. My mom got it thrifted from an area and she passed it along to me because she knows I can do something with it. First off is we're going to get all those nails out, take this backing out, and this was kind of neat. It was copper. The picture is on like a piece of very bendable copper. I thought that was kind of neat, but not my style. I didn't throw it out though. I kind of kept it. We're going to paint the backing of this that the picture was on. We're going to paint it in Adirondack white, and I'm just one coat. And while it's still wet, I'm going to take, I can't remember that name, it's a gray, and we're going to just lightly blend the gray into the white. This way it's not so stark white, but it's not gray. It's just kind of in between. This frame here, I actually liked the way it looked. It was kind of rustic as it was. I just wanted to darken it up a bit. So I'm using my walnut tint from Home Decor, and I'm just going to rub it all over, trying to get it into all those little grooves. And then I turn around and rub it off, and put some more on and rub it off. And then I also take some sheepskin Home Decor chalk paint, add some of that in spots just to lighten where I got it too dark, and then I'd rub it off, and I would just keep doing that until I liked what the frame looked like. And then of course fix up any other little spots that you have. Now using two dowels, they're kind of like a medium size, I'm going to stain those, and I'm also going to use a little bit of the sheepskin on those as well, just so that they can match the frame just a little bit better. I didn't want them just that natural color. I wanted them to match the frame as best as I could get. I guess you could say I'm distressing them. Measuring the inside of my frame, I want to get the in-between, the halfway point. So I do both ends, and I also do along both sides. And I just use a little marker just to mark where I need to be. Now taking those dowels and a measuring tape, I'm going to measure that out. See how long I need it. Measure the dowel, and just with my finger, I'm kind of using that as my guide, and I'm going to snip it down so that that dowel can fit on the inside of the frame, right where those dots are that we put our measurement on. And she was snug as a bug. Using a little bit of tacky glue as soon as it comes out of my bottle, and a little bit of hot glue as well on both ends. We're going to place that going horizontally right where we put those little black marks. Just like so. Then I'm going to measure out the distance in between the frame and where the dowel stick is. And again, we're going to clip them down, and I'm just using shears. And we're going to glue those into place the same way. This one I just use hot glue, and I do the same on the other side. Now using some more hot glue, I'm going to add some extra along all the joints where they all meet together, just for some extra support. This here Cardinal on a tree branch Oh, what I'm doing here is I'm putting the backing in just to see how far I can go, and I just marked it off with a pencil. This here Cardinal on a tree branch, I printed off on just regular printer paper from my computer. We're going to put a layer of Mod Podge on the back. A nice even coat, not too thick, but not too thin. Lay it on the backing, and then I just smooth it out with my hands. And then we add a nice light layer of Mod Podge on top, making sure that bird is sticking there good. Taking that backing, we're going to stick it back into the frame. And we're going to use, again, some Eileen's tacky glue in some spots. And then we're going to use hot glue in the spots where there's no tacky glue. This here will give your immediate hold and then your long-term hold, because we all know hot glue doesn't always last. Stick our backing back in. While we're back there, we're going to put on a hanger, and I'm just using some jute rope with some hot glue and a staple. I tie a knot in both ends, hot glue it down, staple it above the knot, and then I trim off the little ends. And you got a beautiful frame. Now it's time to add some decoration on top. So I'm just taking some greenery picks that I picked up off of Amazon last year. I just ordered some more. They came in not long ago. I'm going to wrap them with some jute rope just to have them all in a nice little bundle. Clip off any ends that show out. And then I just start poking in berries and holly berries and leaves and stuff, just what you like. Just how you want to see it. Whatever is pleasing to your eye and whatever greenery or florals that you want to use. We're going to hot glue that down, and I also staple it down to make sure that it stays. Picking out this Christmas ribbon, I'm just cutting off a piece, folding it into a loop, scrunching it in my fingers, and then I cut off another piece for the tail. I'm going to tie it into the middle while it's scrunched in my fingers into a double knot. Dovetail our ends. Fluff our bow, and I'm going to hot glue that right into the middle, and I also staple it down as well. Taking a pine cone, we're going to glue that into the middle of the bow just with some hot glue, and then I take some white paint, and that's the Adirondack Home Decor chalk paint, and I'm going to just along the branches, making it look like they're snowed on. And when you're done adding all your florals and bows, this little window frame is done. I love it. Cute little picture window frame. Beautiful cardinal. Hope you like it too. Next craft. Another frame. This here, got from my mom as well. First things first, get those little nails out and get that backing out. And we got to fix the frame. Using a little wood glue and hot glue, I'm going to squish the two corners together, and then there was a nail on all the ends, and I just nailed them all into place. Taking my sheepskin home decor chalk paint by Folk Art, we're going to paint the entire frame with that color. Ta-da! She's done. Then taking Java and a dry brush, I'm just going to dab it a little bit, wipe off most, and then lightly go around the edge just to bring out, there was a beautiful design along the edge, and I thought it needed just to come out a little more because it was gorgeous. It was a nice design. Now we're going to use the backing, and we're going to paint it with the sheepskin home decor chalk paint again. And we're just going to give it a messy, messy coat. Doesn't have to be full coverage. Just whatever you want on there. Again, using Java, I'm going to pour a little bit out onto my paper. And then we're going to add in some sheepskin color, which is like an off-white. It's not a white, it's not a cream, it's just an off-white. Add a little bit of that in there, mix it together, giving us this nice like milk chocolatey yummy color. And again, we're just going to do a nice messy coat. if that makes sense. Nice messy coat or just a messy coat. You can go as much as you want. You can paint the full thing, whichever way you like. It's all up to you, and whatever color you like too. Using my ruler, I'm going to measure out 3 inches down, and then I go 3 inches up. Do it on both ends, and then I join the two together, just with my pencil. Using my finger, I'm going to smudge it in, trying to make shiplap lines. And then I decided to take some more sheepskin chalk paint, and I'm going to smudge that in along the lines as well, giving it a little bit of a different effect. And then I decided to go along the corners and on the top, and I just kind of continued until I liked the way it looked. I wanted a little more of a distressed look and just something different. Printed these off on my computer. After I cut them out, we're going to place them on our board. Tape them down with some tape. Apparently you need to see how taping is. Then we're going to take some carbon paper, slide it underneath. Mine was a pretty crinkly paper, but it still works. And then with your pen, you're going to trace over all your words, transferring your letters onto your board. You can do this with a Cricut if you wish. You can do it freehand. You can do it where you take a pencil and you scribble on the back of it, and then you transfer it that way. Whichever way you like. After that's all done, we remove our pieces of paper, and then we're going to color everything in. I'm using white chalk markers and black chalk markers, and I just fill in every word. Using another white chalk marker, I'm going to use a mocha. I'm going to draw in a few branches on either side of joy with a few dots, kind of like berries and branches. With my mocha. Now, adding some hot glue to the back, we're going to glue it right on top of the paper that we've been using. Why not? You're not going to see that part. Then, using a utility knife, I'm going to cut off all that extra. After that's done, it's time to put it back into the frame. Where am I? Oh, there I am. I'm going to add some hot glue around the frame. Add our picture in, making sure that it fits nicely. And then I use a few, the little nails that were in there. They were super tiny, but I didn't use all of the ones they had. I did 2 or 3 on all the sides just to help hold that backing in. And while we're back here, we're going to add on a hanger, because you need a hanger. Again, just with some jute rope. I didn't use any hot glue this time. I just stapled it in because it's a lighter frame. Trim it off. And this one is done as well. And I hope you like it. Wishing you peace, joy, and love this Christmas holiday season. I would like to thank everyone for coming and watching my video. If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button, like this video, and don't forget that Don't forget that bell. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back, and I thank you for always coming back and supporting me. Just a few little things, just to, how they call it, clean house, clean ship, clean the office, well, I don't know, something like that. Anyways, in the next couple months, I'm going to do my darndest to get videos out, but I have started a job where it started out as 1 to 2 days a week, and now I'm up to 6 days a week, and I get out of the house between 6 and 7 in the morning and don't get home until between 6 and 7 at night. So I'm finding it a bit hard to get out into my craft area and craft, but I'm going to do my darndest to get as many videos out as I can and to join as many challenges as I can, as long as I have a craft to go out there with it. But I sure hope you stick around and hit that bell to know when I am on and when I have done a video. I would like to thank everybody, and I appreciate everybody's support, and I hope everybody has a wonderful day. We'll see you again next time. Bye.